For the longest time, my financial system was not on autopilot. And despite the success of the past decade, after a lot of learning and a lot of habit changes, I now have a lot of years to make up for. That is also why I personally started this channel. That is also why I try to share content towards financial education and trying to help the community. But reality is, I wish I knew most of my daily principles now 20 years ago. Hence, I wanted to make a personal video explaining why for the longest time I was giving in to dopamine, I was subject to impulse buying and decisions that felt all right in the moment without considering the depreciation or the implications of what I was doing. Today we're auditing 36 things I wish I knew before turning 36. Not because I have not lived all of them until now, but because if I had done it from the start of my career, things would have been different and I would have been even more set up for success than what I am now. Let's get to it. Hello fellow wealth seekers, welcome back to the channel on a more personal installment. After thorough reflection on the things I wanted to bring forward today, I was able to cluster the 36 topics into 4 macro categories. There is quite a lot of detail in here. It took me actually quite a long time to polish it and put it all together, so you will pardon me if today I read my notes while going through the video, because there's actually quite a lot of meat to the bone I wanted to get to. Cluster 1 is the behavioral protocols. Here we touch a lot on psychology and personal drivers for all of us. Number 1, track every cent. You cannot optimize a system that you don't measure from the start, no matter how boring or predetermined that feels. Number 2, avoid the cash drainers. I made already 2 videos specifically on the detail of what cash drainers are, why they're bad for you, how much could you save instead, the opportunity cost, and blah, blah, blah. So I recommend you to go into that detail, but the bottom line is food delivery apps are a 40% convenience tax on your future, and subscriptions you don't use are a pure drainer. Vices are terrible at that. So all that topic. Number 3, alcohol is a wealth destroyer. This is sort of related, but I wanted to make it very clear because for the longest time, I've been going out and I've been having 3-4 beers when one would have been fine, or water would have been fine, because it would have not taken away anything from that dinner, from that setup with friends. It's draining your wallet, it's draining your weekend productivity, by the way, and you could do a lot more with your time. Number 4, the one-click dopamine trap. Amazon lifestyle inflation, that's a pure glitch. You're buying a dopamine hit, you're not buying an asset, it's actually depreciating for the longest time. I made a video on psychological impulse buys, and I recommend you to have a look as well. Number 5, avoid consumer debt. Oh, avoid this one, this is my sworn enemy. Avoid consumer debt. If you have to finance a TV, you cannot afford it. If you have to finance the dining table, well, you gotta potentially shrink yourself. Number 6, beware lifestyle creep. My biggest mistake when I was getting a promotion or a raise or a bonus, I have been upgrading my apartment, I have been upgrading my subscriptions, I started getting takeout, I started getting food delivered home. There was also COVID times, but again, it became very convenient and I continued doing that. That was my biggest mistake ever. Instead of directing the vast majority of my salary, as I always preach, 75% of any raise should pay towards additional savings rate. I personally did not live by that. I didn't walk the talk and suffered the consequences for a couple of years. It took me quite a while to get my savings rate back on track. Number 7, is avoiding digital consumables. If you are subscribed to gaming or paywalled apps, this is most likely draining you more than what is giving you. Number 8, define your enough. If you don't have a baseline goal, if you don't have something to look up to, it is going to be difficult to run the math towards it, and every milestone in between will be depaupered, will almost lose importance because you don't have the eyes on the prize. Number 9, final for this cluster, gamify your budgeting. If we want to go back to number 1, which is tracking every cent, and admittedly this is boring, why don't we make it fun? Why don't we make challenges? Why don't we set own expectations and try to make the baseline harder, such as 0 spending weeks, or trying to predetermine how much everything is gonna go in different sort of envelopes. I've made a video on that as well, by the way, I'll link it up. This will make sure that you are challenging yourself in a positive way, not boring, not overthinking, simply getting to a better version of yourself. Cluster number 2, this is going to be a long video, market protocols for thinking that we have years ahead of us, while actually we do not have unlimited time. Number 1, start early. If you have the power of investing any amount of your first salary, this is still better than a larger amount decades later. That's the power of compounding, accumulating ETFs in your savings plan, leaving it there. Euros invested at 22 years old are infinitely more powerful than the same euros invested at 32, or even 4 times as much. Think about it, and don't just look behind if your early years are behind you. It is never too late to start, but any sum contributes towards financial goals. Number 2, stop timing the market. Every time somebody thinks they are getting the right moment, buying the dip or selling right before a huge crash, this is most likely proven to be untrue. Markets are unpredictable. Nobody ever was able to get the system right, rig the game. So it is simple to consider this a game of duration. Time in the market beats timing the market. You must have heard this already, but consistently investing and splashing your risk across multiple months and years is infinitely better than just lump sum investing when you think it's appropriate. Number 3, too good to be true is a trap. If an asset promises 20% a month without risk, do you remember the Madoff Ponzi scheme? That's a very good documentary, and you can find plenty of it on YouTube without subscribing to Netflix. This is too good to be true. It's unlikely, it's unrealistic. It is gonna be either funded by something illegal or based on a wrongful promise. Number 4, diversify your allocation. Buy the whole world. Diversified, global, indexed. Don't hold specific biases for a region or a sector. Be diversified by default. I made a video about that too. My channel is full of good stuff if you want to get into it. Number 5, cash is a melting ice cube. Hoarding cash long term on a low yield deposit account does you no good. You have to invest it where it is at least matching the inflation. Even if you are risk averse, consider bonds, obligations, the ECB fund that tracks the interest rate, anything that matches inflation for you. Or again, a globalized investment. Don't leave it on the bank. Number 6, willpower depletes. Make your ETF savings decision an automation. Out of sight, out of mind. The moment your salary gets to you, a part of it is invested. And there you go, compounding over time. Number 7, sunk cost is a fallacy. One of the primary fallacy of the human mind. Get out of an investment even when you think you spent so much that now it's too late to pull out. And so much effort has gone into this. No, dead branches have to be cut at the source. Number 8, volatility is the price you pay for the compounding. A longer time in the market means you will experience multiple crashes realistically. This is the psychological toll every investor must bear, but if you are staying the course and simply dollar cost averaging, meaning automatic contributions each month, this will be mathematically splashed over your whole contributing career without having any specific risk. Number 9, read your tax code. Taxes are the single biggest expense on your life. There is no doubt about it. If you're able to have the cheat sheet at hand, know how to grow tax shielded or tax deferred until the end of your contributing years, that is the single nicest low-hanging fruit you can pull today. Cluster number 3, upskilling. Do you think that your primary yielding asset is crypto or some speculative title you bought some time ago? No, it's yourself. So here are the 9 upskilling mastery points. Upskill yourself. A 50% raise from learning a high income skill and investing the difference beats a 7% market return any day. This is helping you diversify, increase your income, learn something new. The power of compounding applies to knowledge as well. Number 2, diversify your income streams. A single salary is a single point of failure. In case something crumbles, then your whole system is fragile. Build side infrastructure through different gigs, unlock new income streams. Even if it's a few hundreds a year, everybody has to get started somewhere. Number 3, time saving is everything. You can buy back time with software. You cannot buy back youth. Protect your calendar. Hack your efficiencies. Find new tools that make you work faster, more focused, more to the point, and find your efficiency hack. Number 4, learn something new every day. I love this. I must say I've been living by it since the last 15 years. So this is perhaps something I would have loved to know at 20 when I was sick and tired of uni studying, but right now I really live by it. Curiosity compounds just like capital. The sentence you read on that article, the intervention at a podcast that you can relate to, a chapter of a financial book that unlocks new perspectives. This is gold. Number 5, read more. There you go. Books are compressed, decades of human knowledge available for 10 euros or 5. I can recommend you Medimops. It is a fantastic used books website, particularly if you're in Germany. I literally consult it every month with 7 or 10 new titles. And then by selling the ones you finished, you have this sort of self-financed nice hobby. This is the greatest ROI on earth. Books are very underrated in the age of technology. Number 6, health is wealth. This I really failed myself during COVID years. I was not exercising enough, I was not going out enough. Obviously there was some paranoia with it, but it was mostly that I didn't have a rhythm, that I didn't have a system. I truly recommend you to worship your body, sleep, lift, walk, eat clean, be respectful to your number 1 resource and your number 1 liability. Number 7, sleep is a financial strategy. A fatigued brain makes impulsive, emotionally compromised decisions that can truly hinder you in your path to wealth. I made my worst mistakes at work when I was working too late. And until people made me realize, I would have continued. Number 8, buy quality. Cheap boots, cheap jackets, they cost you twice as much simply because you're not looking at the cost per usage. Focus on something that makes you feel good, focus on something that is durable, and you will, again, splash the cost through time and will feel like nothing. Number 9, lastly, network relentlessly. This is something I still don't do as much because perhaps I'm in my comfort zone. I know my friends quite well since a long time, and I haven't introduced myself to many new people lately. Actually, doing this very channel is quite a challenge for myself, exposing to different audiences. But again, social capital converts to financial capital faster than any other asset. The connection you make that can unlock a new connection, a new network, a new possibility, a new gig, your next employer. This is truly powerful. Cluster number 4, finally, the macro protocols. Number 1 here is talking openly about money. Your employer, the stigma, the society, the system wants you to keep it secret, wants you to only focus on yourself. Don't envy others though, because whenever they are better than you, then you have that FOMO that sort of boils under. Guess what? You can stigmatize all of that by simply talking about it and breaking the taboo and involving more friends about your capital decisions and trying to make failure more part of each day. Let's demystify the power of money and never failing and make it pragmatic. Number 2, everything is negotiable. Rent, salary, broadband. If you don't ask, the answer is mathematically 0. The answer is a given, the starting offer. But ask. Try to be more intentional, more vocal with what your needs are. I had to challenge myself a lot on that because simply I have a very strong authoritative bias that makes me say yes to, the landlord or the citizen law that simply makes me give things for granted, while sometimes genuine questions put some things under discussion and you might gain value out of it. Number 3, macro matters, micro is king. Don't let geopolitical news stop you from saving 500 this month simply because, I don't know what to do. Let me drain everything from my accounts. Let me sell off my position. Just control your perimeter. Be aware of what you're tuning into, the news you're following, but always put some distance between yourself and the screen. Number 4, renting is not always throwing money away. I made 2 videos about it, not 1, and both come with a very easy template. I'm saying it because they did not do that well compared to the rest of the channel, so I would love them to gain some momentum. Renting is mathematically better than buying under many circumstances. Just audit your own position. It is not only the uncoverable cost myth, it is investing at the same time, and that beats a mortgage most occasions. Number 5, forgive financial mistakes. Audit the error, extract the data, be very objective with what happened, move forward. Guilt is not a strategy. Yes, you can go through the 5 stages of grief, but this will not take you anywhere. It is better to mathematically and objectively audit what happened. Number 6, prioritize what you cannot buy. Real wealth is family, personal relations, irreplaceable experiences. I lost some very important people in my life. I regret not having more time with them because of work or trying to focus on the next big thing, or I was too busy with my Excel spreadsheets. Reality is life is out there. These principles have to live with you. You have to carry them each day, but not through a spreadsheet or perhaps a diary. Don't get lost in the details and the nitty-gritty. Go live your life out there. This cannot be bought later on. Number 7, be generous. Give money and or knowledge away seldomly, occasionally. It is proven that your own psychology is boosted by your own acts of gratitude and acts of giving back to the community. This masters a Zen lifestyle that then in turn bolsters your own attitude towards others, money, and puts everything under perspective. Number 8, real wealth is boring, annoying almost. It just has to go through as if it wasn't the most exciting thing in life. You're not doing it wrong. It's exactly how it's supposed to be. Just let it sit there, wealth, quietly, and in 10-15 years you're going to be surprised by the results. I promise you that. Now, number 9, last but not least, this is actually number 36 of the whole list. You are the architect. I can tell you things. The state can tell you things. Your friends can tell you things, but you must engineer your own rescue. Audit your position, see where the cracks are, and go at work today. So there it is, no rocket science. Simply becoming more intentional with finances and lifestyle. The moment I had this honest conversation with myself, I realized I had to stop the leakage, I had to automate a structure, basically looking at it as a mathematical problem, which is more my home turf, I must say. And I was able to shift the paradigm and eventually valuing my own time more and time with my dear ones. So now I feel I'm in a much healthier space with my body, my mind, my finances, the way I value certain things in life. A brisk walk, for example, outside. There's no day passing that I don't nurture my body next to my mind and my finances too. I hope this was some sort of reflection or an inspiration to any of you. If you would like to try one of the 36 points and give it a go tomorrow, it is as easy as that. I hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next session, hopefully a bit shorter than this one. European Wealth Lab out.